Happy Monday. It's 2:30. I have taught 3 classes today. Surprisingly, 9 a.m. wasn't booked today. The 8 a.m. was. But I taught 3 classes and then I did my admin work that I do every Monday. I had less today, so I finished it earlier and then I edited last week's vlog. So that is now uploaded, well scheduled. Then, I haven't been working since then, but it's only been like 20-30 minutes. I started calculating, because I have the app, I think it's called Schedule, that I've been doing all my like to-dos on and stuff. My big to-dos, not like the little things I want to do. So I just wrote out how much I'm averaging, because I now have 2 weeks of data. This will be week 3. So far I have averaged 16.5 hours for Pilates, 5.25 hours for real estate, 5.25 hours for the computer admin stuff that I do, 4.63 hours for author stuff, and 1.25 if you do like, basically when I bulk film socials for everything, I just call that all. So an average of 32.88 hours. That, by the way, doesn't count any like bus rides, transportation, anything else. It's literally like if I'm teaching in class, if I'm sitting down and working kind of thing. So I think that's really good, because if you think about an average person's work week, like a 9 to 5, they have a 40-hour work week. Most people, when they have 40 hours work week, they don't actually work the 40 hours. They just have that as like, that's when they're supposed to work. Some people work all 40 hours for sure. Some people work more than the 40 hours because they're overworked. But in general, it seems that like you don't actually work all 40 hours. So this is the hours that I'm actually working. And then we'll see what happens for today. For today, so far, I have 5.5 hours logged. I'm supposed to go on my long run. I'm supposed to run from here to Santa Monica, which is 9.5 miles, and then run back. It's a little bit less than 9.5 miles. Then run back, which will altogether equate 18.6 miles, because that's supposed to be my long run for today. But also, I don't want, it's my first day of my period, TMI, and I don't want to. So at this point, I'm like, why don't I just go for a run? Any run? And then, actually before that, I was like, maybe I shouldn't go for 18.5 miles. I saw this video the other day of this, she's a big marathoner, I don't know who it was. And she like coaches people and all that stuff. And she says for slow runners, which is what I am, for slow runners, she actually wouldn't recommend in your marathon training to do the long runs, because most people don't have recovery time that's needed for that. Most people don't have like all like the time, because it's gonna take hours longer than it would a faster runner, all of that stuff. And months ago, I heard from a marathoner who's been literally running for like 50, 60 years. Like, he's been doing marathons forever. His advice was, if you can comfortably run, whatever number you can comfortably run, you can triple it. So if you, for a marathon, you would need to comfortably run about 9 miles, a little bit less, like 8.6 or something miles, in order to be able to complete a marathon. Can I comfortably run 9 miles? No. But last week I comfortably ran 6.5. I'd say around 6. And then the half is when it really started to get difficult at my slow pace. So what I might try to do then is run 9 miles, which is about an hour back. We'll see. I just need to convince myself to get started. Once I get started, I don't think it'll be that bad. I just need to convince myself to get started. Also, the other instructor that we hired last week is coming by. What time is it? It's 2:30. Coming by. I think she's gonna be here in like 30 minutes or something. She starts teaching at 4, but she said she wanted to come a little early, so she might be here around 3. But I am basically done with my work. Other than all this, the only other thing well, there's 2 other things I could be doing right now. One, writing the scenes, because last week I finished off with 9 scenes left in Temptation. It kept going from 11 to 9, 11 to 9. We're back to 9 scenes. We have 4 scenes to fully finish off the book, which is what I'm gonna continue with. And then there's 5 scenes throughout that I had skipped that I could go back to. So I'm gonna focus on the 4 scenes first and then go back. So I could do any one of those, or I could bulk film and get some videos for author stuff, some videos for real estate, maybe a video or two for my fitness page. The fitness page isn't really for anything, it's just like whenever for fun I want to post it, I post it. The other two are for, well, I'm not counting authorhood as a job anymore, as a career anymore. I'm counting it as a hobby. So it's a very expensive hobby. That one's like a hobby content creation. Real estate's career content creation. Those are two things I could do instead of going for a run. But I really need to go for a run. Literally 6 weeks away. That's actually crazy to say. Yeah, because it's 4 weeks of September, this last week of August, and then the first week of October is all I have left. Hello, I am back home. My brother and sister-in-law came to the studio because they had to drop off keys with the other agent. And so I just came home with them. Not the other agent, the other instructor. So I just came home with them, and my head from the moment we sat in the car has been hurting. I did kind of fall asleep because it was like a 35-minute drive home. And then I got home, I changed, and my head is hurting right now. So yeah, clearly I didn't go for a run, but happy Tuesday. It is currently about to be 3 p.m. I was just listening to Why We Sleep. I just listened to 2 more chapters. I'm about to finish chapter 3. I started this last night randomly, and it's so interesting. I'm actually getting so much out of it to the point where I just listened to something and I was like, I'm gonna put that in beasts. So I think I need to write it down right now so I remember to put it in beasts. But that was so interesting. Anyway, it's 3 o'clock. I just got here, so I left the office at 2. I went caravanning today with one of the other realtors. We had a great time. We hit up 8 different spots. I got videos at 6 of them because the last one we hit was like random. We just saw the sign, so we went to it. And yeah, it wasn't, yeah. Anyway, I just didn't record that one. Plus there were already people inside, so I didn't want to record them. And then one of the middle ones we went to, there were people inside. There were like a lot of other realtors, so I was like, I'm not gonna record this one. I also saw Shelby Church in that one. Like she came in just as we were leaving. So I low-key forgot that Shelby works in Los Angeles. I thought both of them worked. Monica and Shelby both worked in Seattle. But anyway, I saw her. She looks exactly like she does online, by the way. She's so pretty. But yeah, we hit up all of those, and I forgot to get B-roll again while caravanning. But I got one little clip, so you saw that one. And then, but before that, I was at the coffee shop, and I got 1.5 scenes done for Temptations in about half an hour. They were shorter ones. I think the one scene was 866 words, and then the other scene that I started was 361, but I'm not done with it, so I don't know how long that one will be. But yeah, we've already done a bunch of work. Now I'm going to, currently 7 p.m. is booked for teaching Pilates. 6 p.m. is not booked, but they still have another hour to book, so we'll see if they do. But other things I want to get done until then. One, I need to edit all the videos that I took today. So that'll be 6 videos because I recorded at 6 different places. I could possibly get another 7, 8 if I do another type of video for those. So yeah, 6 to 8 videos I can edit currently. I also wanted to film today. We'll see if I do. I want to film for real estate as well, but I also want to film for my books. I need to start posting those because I have those ones that I booked last week that I haven't been posting. So I need to start doing that. So those are my main goals now that I'm at the, I need to turn the AC on, it's kind of hot in here. Now that I'm at the studio. Another one. Pause really quick. This folder is one I already had. I just stole this from the office. I didn't steal it, we're allowed to take them, but I stole it. This one I put my contracts in, so I was doing pretty well at this. I wasn't like doing it every day, but I was doing pretty well at this. Before August, I kind of fell off the boat, but I was reading our RP, our big contract every night, like 2 pages a night. I want to get back into doing that, so I have my contracts in here so that I could just get back into constantly reading it. And then one of our lenders sent me this home buyer's guide, so I printed it out. They didn't have anything bigger than a clip, so I had to grab a clip. It's 67 pages. I could print it out one-sided in case I want to take like notes and stuff on the backs. I don't like that. The clip is barely holding it together, but I want to also go. It's a lot of pictures, by the way. I want to go through this. It's about to be 4 p.m. and I just edited 8 videos, 6 of the houses, and then I took 2 videos just like in mirrors and stuff, and I did POV versions of those, so we got 8. I also posted on each of my main other TikToks. So my brother's currently here, so I don't want to be talking, but I'm at the studio. Happy Thursday. Don't mind my face. I forgot I was wearing mascara and lips when I got in the shower, so I didn't properly scrub, so don't mind that. But happy Thursday. I didn't film today because I went to my office meeting Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I didn't film today because I went to my office meeting, and then after that I went to the coffee shop. I was there for like half an hour, but I felt really uncomfortable trying to write because the scene I was trying to write was like a little intimate, and there was someone directly behind me, but he was behind me on a level, so he was like looking down. I was like, nah, this is way too public. So I wrote a little bit for a different scene, and then my brother and sister-in-law were gonna be on their way to the studio, so they were like, do you want us to just pick you up instead of you taking the bus later? So I was like, sure. I low-key wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had stayed at the coffee shop, found a different seat, or waited for someone to switch seats and ridden for a couple of hours, because when we got there, they had like meetings and stuff that they had to do, and our equipment is coming in for the private gym area in the back. So my other brother was there waiting for that stuff. So it was all of us there, and they weren't really, after like the meetings and stuff, they weren't really doing much, so I kept getting distracted, so I wasn't really working. Like I did a little bit of work, but not what I had planned. So, and then I taught the 6, and then we had no shows for 7, so we left early. And yeah, that was my day. I got a little bit done, but not as much as I had wanted. I did though get a open house for this Sunday. It's a beautiful one. It looks like a cottage. It's so cute. I cannot wait to show you. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. If I had $1.9 million, I would buy it. But I did, so I got that. And then tomorrow we have a training session in the office for real estate for like fire hazards and stuff. So that's at 12. So I'm gonna go to that, but I'm gonna go to the coffee shop beforehand at like 10ish and write. My goal is, what I was gonna do today, but I didn't end up doing it, is I have the epilogue, the last chapter, and the second to last chapter to do. Second to last chapter is like part way done. So it's to finish that, the last chapter, and then the epilogue. So that'll be 2.5 scenes. And I'd like to finish, so today, because I couldn't do that second to last chapter, I went back to chapter 12 and I was writing in that. I'd also like to finish chapter 12. So if I can finish those 4 scenes tomorrow, like 2 full scenes, 2 part scenes, I'll be really happy. And then that'll leave 3 or 4 scenes, something like that, for Friday. Do I think I'll actually write all of them? Probably not. Or they'll probably be written like less than 500 words, like just the barest of bones. But yeah, writing that, and then going to the meeting tomorrow at the training, and then coming home and doing laundry. Those are my goals for tomorrow. Ooh, I'm also still listening to Why We Sleep. I'm loving it. It's so interesting. Happy Thursday. I just got back home. It's 2:45 exactly. It takes forever to get from the office to the house because those buses are always late. The bus to the west side is never late. The bus here is always late. But anyway, I listened to my audiobook, so I'm now halfway through Why We Sleep. Before that, I went to the coffee shop. I wrote technically 2 scenes. 1 full scene and did the full epilogue. I finished that second to last chapter, and then I wrote a little bit more in a different chapter. I deleted the scene for the last chapter, so basically deleted the last chapter, because I realized those scenes that I had deleted last week, that it goes with those. So when I add those back in, I'll add this one back in. But for right now, it doesn't make sense because it needs those scenes. So basically, there's technically 5 scenes left to finish. Like, I think all of them or most of them have something written in it, but there's about 5 scenes left to finish. One of them I know I'm not really gonna write because it's a steamy scene. It's the first steamy scene basically, and I'm just like, let me get more comfortable in the beginning part of your relationship before I write that one. And then the rest, 2 or 3 of them are local working, so I just need to get a better idea of that job section. One of them is something for CalRE, which is the other one I was working on today, but I just didn't finish because I don't know how I want to finish it yet. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sit down, give it another hour tomorrow, see if any of the scenes speak to me. If they don't, that's gonna be the end of draft 1. It's very short. It's like 31,000 words right now. Very short. Also wrote like 90 words, not a lot, of basically the epilogue. The way the epilogue ends ties directly into book 2. So I've started writing from one of the other brothers' perspectives for that one. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's why. Oh, and then I went to the office because we had a training for fire hazards and stuff today. And now I'm back. I have to do laundry and clean my room a little bit, and I'd like to go for a run. I should reapply my lipstick because I also would like to do some social media stuff. Happy Friday! I have not really been recording this week, but don't worry, I'll probably make it up this weekend. I just taught my 2 classes. On Fridays I teach 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Right now, that might change later. But I just taught my 2 classes. They were a great time. They were all, except for one person, they were all repeats. Like, there were people that I know. So it was a great time. I now have free time until, technically 6 p.m. is not booked yet. So until 6 p.m. is booked, or 7 p.m. is booked. So one of those. I have a heated Pilates class, mat Pilates class at 3:45. So I'll probably leave at like 3:15-ish if I'm gonna walk to get there. And then before that, because it's 10 a.m., I am gonna open up Temptations. We're gonna see if I'm feeling like adding anything anywhere. If not, we're gonna call it draft 1, a very short draft 1, but we're gonna call it draft 1 and close it off there. And then there is Anastasia in West Hollywood. So it's in the same direction as the heated class, but I think it ends at 3:30. So like I couldn't go after, and I could technically go before, but also I don't want to because I want to be able to like spend my time, do whatever I want there. I don't know, we'll see. Because what if I spend enough time there that by the time I'm done, I have to go to the class? You never know. But I do want to go to that today. It's about 35-minute walk from, it's a 1.5 miles away. So it's further than the Pilates class, barely. So I don't know, we'll see. Those are my plans. It's so crazy being done with that admin work earlier in the week, like when there isn't as much, because I finished it on Wednesday when my siblings were here. I was like, I can't concentrate, so I did that. But now I don't have anything to do on Friday. It's crazy. Although if Temptations was like in a different part, or if like writing a book, I was in a different part and not the end, I could focus hours on writing, you know? Or if real estate, I had any leads, I could focus on doing stuff like, I don't know. I also made a video yesterday that I'm gonna be posting. I made 2 videos that I'm posting on my real estate page for Regal Theaters. They're doing releases for all these amazing like past movies. So I made one video for, because they're releasing 1 movie a day in September. So I made one video for that. And I made one video for the decades anniversaries, which I forgot to put in Jaws, because Jaws 50th anniversary released today and I didn't put that one in. So when I post the video, I might just like comment it. But then I made that one. And there's at least like 10 movies that I want to go watch. The Twilight Saga, by the way, one of those sets. The entire Twilight Saga is coming out at the end of October, beginning of November. For tomorrow too, I don't really have anything planned other than teaching classes, which last time I checked, there weren't anyone booked for those classes. So we'll see about that. But I do think I want to bring my laptop. Should have done it today too. But I do want to bring my laptop and work on my real estate website because I worked on it on the first day that I met with the marketing guy. He like taught me how to do some of the stuff. I started working on it, and then that was like, I don't know, 2-3 months ago. So I haven't touched it since. I don't remember anything he told me. So I do want to start working on that. Just like at the very least, pretty it up. I don't need to add too much to it right now. Just make it my aesthetic and have it done there, and then I can get my domain name and finally attach a domain name to it. Also, it's a complete mess in here, but the equipment started coming in, so they started building it. It's much smaller than we thought it was gonna be, but that's totally fine because this is supposed to be a private room. But we always talked about this that way. And right before I came in, my brother and I were in agreement. We're building it that way. And then he and his friend came in to build it, and they started building it this way because he was like, I think it'll look nicer. I fully disagree with him. It does not look nice like this. I don't like it at all. I told him we're switching it, and he's like, it's okay, it's not that heavy, we'll switch it. Turn it around, base it that way. And then have, even if it needs to come out, if it needs space, and it comes out to like right here still, I don't know, it's giving me different vibes. But they started building it. There's still all this other stuff. There's the weights. But yeah, by next week, I think we should have it all done so that we can start filming content in here. Because we need to film content for the studio. So I'll spend like maybe an hour or two filming for Pilates with my brother so that we have like cameraman, we have input and all that. And then we'll spend an hour or two filming in here doing strength training stuff. So he can film himself, we can film like me doing it, him teaching it, to get an idea of what that would be and all of that stuff. But yeah, because then we'll have socials going for the Pilates studio, socials going for him as a personal trainer. And I have a fitness page. It's not really for like personal training or any training type of thing. It's just for me to do a fitness page. It's called Nourishing_Nelly. If you want to check it out, it's basically me just recapping the stuff that I do. So it'll be like Pilates, running, it'll be strength training, because I did the South Savage when I was doing it over there. But I'm excited to get back into that. If I do any like food stuff, it goes there, which means I'm not really on it that often, but still. I'm back from the estate sale. It is 12:53. I just filmed my little haul for my real estate account, but now I'm gonna show you. So for physical media, we got the Alfred Hitchcock VHSs. Yes, I did get some VHSs because I'm ridiculous like that. We got The Lady Vanishes, The Man Who Knew Too Much, and The 39 Steps here. When I say I want a full physical library, I mean all of it. Then we got the VHS for Air Force One. This is the only one of everything that I've seen. I love this movie. And then we have The Sound of Music. It's a 2-tape set. The 60th anniversary for this is coming out next month in theaters. My mom and I are gonna go. Probably some other people in my family too. But I figured I'd get it anyway. And then I got 2 collections of DVDs. The first one is the Hollywood Screen Legends. This one has Roman Holiday, A Place in the Sun, and To Catch a Thief. Bigger classic Hollywood, right? And then this one is Cinema Grace. This one has Paths of Glory, 12 Angry Men, Judgment, Nuremberg, and A Bridge Too Far. And I haven't even heard of those movies. Actually, I've heard of 12 Angry Men. Probably the most ridiculous. I don't know if it's this or the VHS. I got 2 cassettes. I got Elvis and Barbra Streisand. This house was like Fran Fine's family member's house. I promise you, it was very Jewish and eclectic. And what's more Fran Fine than Barbra Streisand? So I picked that up, and then I got just one classic steamy book. I think it's steamy at least. Yeah, I love this cover. And then I picked up 5 pieces of, oh, actually, I also picked up this kettle for this office because I've been wanting tea. I just need to deep clean it, and then I can start drinking tea here too. But then I picked up 5 pieces of clothing. So these 2 first because they're the same thing in different colors. We have a gray set of trousers and a white set of trousers. I really hope these aren't see-through. I literally bought these so that I can have more trousers to wear because I don't have that many. And so, real estate. And now is where we come on to the fun part. So the 3 tops, I'm gonna put them on. They do not match this, so ignore this. But the first one, they're all big on me, by the way. All of them are oversized because this lady was bigger than me. We have a blazer, just black. This is just basic, could go with everything. And then we have the most Fran Fine of Fran Fine finds. This is like Fran Fine and her mother combined. It's this red blazer. I'm thinking with a bunch of black underneath. It'll be cute. Think like black mini skirt too. Or black dress, mini dress with this over it. I also have thigh-high black boots. And this last one's kind of like Fran Fine and Witches, like Hocus Pocus. So let's button her up. I'm just gonna button the top and the bottom, but imagine they're all buttoned. And then imagine these cuffs are buttoned too. It's too big, but imagine cinching it in right here. Even like big, it's kind of cute, but like, no, it doesn't give you everything. Cinch it in right there. Those were all my finds. I still have over 2 hours and so I have to go to my heated mat Pilates class. I think I might work on some real estate. I might relax. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just got back from my heated mat Pilates class. I braided my hair because it's the only way it doesn't get matted and stuck to my skin. But boy, let me tell you, dripping sweat doesn't even begin to explain how much I was sweating in today's class. And it was heated Pilates, not heated sculpt. So it was much slower, just like slow burn, rather than sculpt is more strength and Pilates, whereas Pilates is just Pilates, right? Oh, the way I was like down my legs, down my arms, all over my stomach. I wasn't wearing the shirt. I was just wearing the sports bra. Down my face, I was just dribbling down. Like my towel underneath me was just sweat. And I was like, oh, because I always look at these girls on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and I'm like, how on God's green earth are you sweating that much? Like, how? Also, I think I got some mascara down here. Anyway, today I found out how. I don't have 6 p.m. books, but I do have 7 p.m. It's only one person though. So low-key, I'm hoping she cancels. Just because it's like, I can't remember who this girl is. Like I see her name and I recognize it, but I can't picture her. So I'm like, did I have a good rapport with her or not? Between the estate sale and going to this class, I didn't do anything, even though I had plenty of time to do stuff. And now I have, I'd say like an hour and a half before I gotta open the door for her. Plenty of time, actually, like my Coldwell banker folder, it's so cute. This is where I have a bunch of contracts and stuff. So I could go through and just read them all. We have, the other day, our title company gave us this. It's like an example of what you would get if you like get title. More important for listing agents, but important both ways. And then yesterday we had a fire hardening and defensible space disclosure meeting for him to like go over this. So I have that. And then we have the whole RPA, the residential purchase agreement. I don't know why I blanked on that, but we have the whole thing here, which I have read through one time already, but I do want to reread through it. And then I have the buyer representation agreement. This, well, all of them, they're here for me to read through and like continuously read through. So it's really in there, but it's also to set aside as examples during open houses and stuff. Be like, this is kind of what the contracts will look like and blah, 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 blah. So a good thing I could do is just read these. This folder's cute and all, but I barely have anything in there and it's barely closing. So also in going through social media for real estate, I've seen twice or 3 times, a few times now, people doing these, agents doing these challenges where, wow, I really got mascara everywhere, huh? Agents doing challenges where they're like sit 30 open houses in 30 days, or the one I saw today, 100 open houses in 100 days. I was like, 100? That's crazy. And his stats, because he already knows his stats, he gets 1 client per 6 open houses on average. So on 100, he can get not dozens. He can get a lot of people. What was I gonna say? So I was thinking, it's like, okay, what challenge can I do? Because I can't do 100 and 100. I can't even do 30 and 30. None of those, because I have Pilates. Like, I have all these other things in my life. But I was like, what if I do like 30 and 60 or 30 and 90, and 30 and 90 is the one that's sticking. Could always make it 30 and like 100 or something. But I'm thinking 30 and 90, which means, and I took out the dates that I know for sure I can't sit it, like when I'm going to Boston, when my marathon weekend, like we're going to Disneyland next month. Some of those days I already took out because I know for sure I can't sit those, and a few more days. But then I was like, okay, so these are all the Sundays that I have that I can sit it. Possibly these Saturdays. Still not at 30 within the 90 days. So then I was like, okay, well, what? Then you need to add in weekdays. And you need to add in, because I don't have listings of my own, you need to add in like how you're gonna get those, because it's easy for me to say, oh, I'll sit in on Thursday. But if I ask around and no one wants me to sit an open house on a Thursday, I can't sit it on a Thursday, you know? I already have one for this Sunday and I'm so excited for it. It's pretty close to my house and it's so cute. I mean, I've never been to it in person, just based off pictures. It's so cute. I cannot wait to go to it. I'm thinking possibly also sitting it on Monday. Oh no, wait. There was a reason. I was gonna say sitting on Monday because Monday's Labor Day, so then people will be off of work and they might be more likely to come. But then the reason I'm not doing it is because I do have Pilates plus, although I don't know if people will be showing up because it's Labor Day, so they might have plans and stuff. Pilates plus that admin work that I do, plus I need to go for a run. I say this literally all the time. I never go for a run. And that is the day I want to start. I might start it earlier, but that's the day I want to start my read through of Beasts, to start getting the outline for draft 2 ready. Which, if you didn't know, the way I outline for draft 2s is I read through draft 1. As I'm reading through it, I make a new outline and I write like chapter 1, scene. All of the scenes get their own bullet point. And then I go, once I have the entire thing written out, I go through and I put like plus, and then I write it out, like all of the scenes I want to add. I add them in there so that I know the ones with dashes are the ones that I just need to edit. The ones with plus signs are the ones that I fully have to add in. So I need to do that. I want to do it on a live, so I need to do it here when no one else is around. That's the problem, when no one else is around. On Mondays at nights, we have someone else teaching, so she'll be around. Happy Saturday. I just finished my 2 classes. I only had 9 and 10 a.m. booked today. My 10 a.m. others didn't show up, so it was just me and Corinne again. Me and Corinne basically only have privates. Every time she's booked, it's basically only her. But yeah, a great start to the day. My hair is a little mess because I slept in it, and then I just wet it back because I didn't want to unbraid it. So like that it's out of my face and out of the way, but also if I unbraid it, it's gonna be harder to braid back together. But yeah, I brought my laptop today. It's back there. And then I have my iPad, my goals for the day. We have another instructor coming in later to teach a few classes for the afternoon. So I might actually join one of her classes to get a workout in. But I want to open up my real estate website and see what's going on there. See if I can tweak, because I genuinely don't remember anything this man told us. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. I genuinely don't remember anything this man told us. So, and by us, I mean me, because I was the only one with him. So I'm going to try to tweak it, see what happens. I think I probably will go buy my domain name today just to get that over with because I keep forgetting. And then depending on the time, so it's 10:55. Her first class, if people book, is 1 p.m. If they don't book, it's 2 p.m. because 2 and 3 are already booked. So theoretically, I've been to 1 or 2. I could start beasts today and start my read-through, which honestly I might do. Ooh, you know what else I have to do? I'm gonna text her right now actually. The agents I'm sitting for tomorrow, I need to find out information about the house, but also I'm gonna go in and do my own comps on the house so that I could see, like, is it worth that much or is it overpriced? I'm guessing it's slightly overpriced. I haven't done the comps yet, but I'm guessing it's slightly overpriced because it's been sitting for a little bit. And it's again, I haven't been there yet, so there could be other problems, but it's a beautiful house and a pretty nice neighborhood. So I don't know, we'll see. Oh, also that art that I got commissioned for Broken for Alistair Noor, she sent me the sketches, so it's so cute. Obviously the art for them is always going to look slightly different because the artist style and stuff, but it's so cute. I cannot wait for her to color it in so I can fully see it. And then I am going to release it in October, so I'm not going to wait around to be like, oh, let's wait to release. No, I'm going to release that art. To be fair, it might be released in September. We'll see. All right, I changed the back cover. I changed the little saying here. I cleaned up the top. That's pretty much it because I don't really have much. If you scroll down, you can find listings. These aren't mine because I don't have any yet, but they're featured properties. So yeah. Hello, I'm eating another sandwich from Whole Foods. This one's the Italian because this one was on sale today. And it smells like a pizzeria. So really does smell Italian. Happy Sunday. I'm at the open house. And it is much smaller inside than I thought it was gonna be. It does need quite a bit of work. But I'm gonna show you around. It's super cute still. So currently we're standing in the dining room. Look at that view outside, it's gorgeous. But then you turn around, you have the kitchen right there. Let's look at the parlor room really quickly. You have the same window looking out. Imagine couch, the 2 chairs. Imagine Christmas time. I would actually probably make this my Christmas tree room during Christmas time and get rid of the dining table. Then you have the kitchen, which is so preciously cute. If you got a pantry, you can walk out to the driveway, which if you got groceries, this would be perfect. You come on out, little family room. The sectional fits so perfectly here to have your TV and watch, but there's also bookshelves behind it. So if you only had one and kept that open, you can line it up. And imagine again, Christmas tree. Put your baked goods or mini Christmas trees right here. You go down the hall where you got storage. You got this charming little bathroom. Bedroom 1 with a bathroom. Bedroom 2. And the primary back here with the bathroom and laundry. You've got a closet on this side and a closet on that side. And then you go out to the backyard. And that is a little office space back there. But yeah, it's super cute. So far, I've had 2 families come in and they both had the same opinion. So, and they've also both already had realtors. So